And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Garoppolo. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Into the red zone. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start the drive with Cook, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
Good times, man.
3 at 10-7.
What?
So just a 3-point
Hey, I'm trying to go to the
game now
mall.
as they send this one away.
Did you?
No, I ain't go yet.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
What time you going?
Spinning
I
away.
don't know.
Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Oh, good job.
And out now come the Vikings. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The
I don't
kickers
know.
in
Some
today's
food
game
and no,
are
whatever
so
I see
good
that I
and
might
so
want. I don't know.
skilled
No
and hit
particular
from
reason.
distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if
I don't know
that
what
offense
that
can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
No.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
What are you about to do right now? When you trying to go?
2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
This is one man, put my clothes in the washer, and then I can leave them, put my clothes in the dryer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He did have the touchdown run
Well,
earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
Oh, some Charlie.
I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion.
some Charlie.
What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Garoppolo now. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Oh, that's 4
They're playing
o'clock
here
already.
before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it
That was
anyway.
flying.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
All right, well, I guess I'll do this first.
Alright, I'm gonna go get in the shower.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
All right. I got a question. Have you talked to Miss Taylor at the daycare?
I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, I'm just going to
He's
take
going
him
to
back
get
up
it
there.
running right. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
I'll let you
A great effort there. With a second touchdown in this first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Cook splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
I'll let you up like half an hour before I'm about to drop. I have to get dressed and get ready.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Pick one left, bro.
Touchdown,
Ridiculous.
Buccaneers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. All of 360. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Garoppolo looks to throw. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's Dante Pettis on the return, and he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
First down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
I look at him. Look after him now with this.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And Cook has it left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Wentz now on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Wentz. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd.
Oh, I didn't let him drop it. Word.
If he
I
holds
was
on,
gonna take that
instead
shit.
it's 4th down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things at 17 all. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We'll be going up. It's a rich huddle.
13.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
65.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's
incomplete, but there is a flag
down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They run. Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. backfield. That's
I mean, why I
complete.
call timeout? I ain't even
And now
fucking
before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Well, fellas, here we go.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
Oh, that's the only time let me go. Get the fuck out of here.
But comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
I don't kick no field goal. Stop. That fool was shit. Could have made the whole team fall.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. So out come the Bucs now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Wins to throw on 2nd down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On the give, this is their fullback. And getting this shot in midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Left side caught by Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, the spin. It's going to Diggs.
Okay.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I know I was picking that.
It's a pickup of 16 there.
He was in the one, got lost 2 yards.
So signs of life.
No, they was playing me on the goal line. They was not trying to let me score.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, what kind of bullshit is this?
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw.
First and going to one.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Where'd they do that at, actually?
We've seen this late in the 4th quarter because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. That is caught.
Wow, they still don't want me to score. I don't understand this shit, bro.
Inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, this is caught.
I don't know. The fuck? That's all you had to do last time.
Minnesota. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
He got tripped up by his own man last time.
And they will take it.
They was doing some whole flu shit. I seen the nigga wasn't down. That's why I kept coming out and goal line, because the nigga should have just kept falling down.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets past one man. Get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to put some of your best offense. Instead, they
turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
5 days and you fucking
now wins.
didn't have to leave.
That's a fucking pick.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Wow.
12 yards there as they move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I didn't think he was going to throw these passes. He's really throwing them.
Back to throw. Able to get away.
Getting Hunter. Getting Hunter.
Taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to take it.
Charlie Page, nigga.
Wow.
That's their first time getting the quarterback sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that
know how
in the
to be
first
breaking
half.
that sack.
Different angles, different things
Real
to
life,
slow
they get low
down the
down.
speed. They got to him here in the second half.
So if you hit up on the, if you hit like up on and move the analog left and right, and the sack's coming, and it'll break the sack sometime, depending on how good the quarterback is.
But in fucking real life, niggas just go down
Give me that.
on their own.
Give me that. Give me that.
Picked
And
up
I'm
by
an
the
0-17.
Jews. And his
He's
guys
mad.
are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm
times
playing
you
no
think it's
Madden,
on you
huh?
to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
When's the last time you played Madden?
Fuck.
And that'll be
That's it.
incomplete.
I played for
We
the
do
first
have
time
a
last
penalty
night.
flag down,
This is
however.
wrong.
Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the
How
tackle
long
box.
was the
There's your
last time?
penalty.
And
Good
accompanying
fool,
that
baby.
penalty, a loss of down.
Usually by the time I get off work, niggas are on the 2K, so I'm on 2K.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Cook following the penalty.
Bruh. Face mask, too.
He's
And
gonna
that's
be
a
brought down
face
by the
mask.
face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, almost caught that. Oh my God, that was a beautiful pass, but I tapped it. Oh, that pass was so beautiful. Oh, wow.
Your defender couldn't die for this shit?
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the
good game, Jimmy
NFL
G.
on EA Sports.